supine cogs. Okay, so first of all, it might be a nice idea just to take 3 nice deep breaths and trying to get this diaphragm moving, ribs moving. So just sort of breathing in, puff the belly out, and breathe. Just breathe out. Let it all go. Do 2 more like that. So breathing into the belly, out of the belly. And do that again. So breathe in. And out. So if you had time, you would, take a bit more time with that and perhaps do a few more breaths. And now you're going to think about your feet, and you're going to go all 10 toes. So you got your knees bent, your feet on the ground. So you got all 10 toes. You're going to lift them off the ground and then lay them back down on the ground. Basically, just so you can remember where you put them, so you can feel them. And then press into all 10 toes and lift your heels up off the ground. And then lay your heels back down on the ground. So again, you know where that is. So you want to find a tripod of the big toe, little toe, and the heel of the foot. And you're trying your best to stay even weighted on those 3 points. Something in that will want to shift. So you just got to sort of come back to that relatively often, just so you could figure out where you're not standing in your feet, basically. Okay, so we're going to sort of release this sort of transverse connection here. So let's go with pressing down into our 3 points on our feet, and we're going to sort of do this skull. So feel like you're pressing the back of your head into the ground, and you're going to tuck your chin and give yourself a double chin. So you're trying to chin to sternum bone is actually what you're trying to do here. And then let it lift back up. And keep pushing the skull into the ground. And lift the chin all the way up. And then tuck the chin all the way down. And then lift the chin all the way up. And then tuck the chin all the way down. And now we're going to add the ribs and the sternum to it. So we're going to think about tucking our chin down and letting our sternum lift up. So the chest lifts up when you do that. The chest coming up and the sternum going down. The chin's going down to the sternum and the sternum's coming up to the chin. So think of this movement together and then apart. So as you look up, you're trying to drop your sternum and keep the ribs in the ground and look up. And then pull it back together. And you're trying to get your nose in line with your chin, which is in line with your sternum. So you might rotate sometimes because you're tight. And you're basically just trying to figure out what's easy to move and what's hard to move. And the more you do these, the better they'll get. Exhale, sort of contract. And then inhale, open. Exhale. Contract. And lift up. And then sternum down, ribs back, open. So pulling together, lift the chest, moving apart, like so. So hopefully you can see that. And you just, basically you're trying to stand in 3 parts of your feet and then get this moving, more or less. And then the pelvis joins in, which is what you want it to do. And the pelvis sort of goes the opposite direction to the thoracic. being the ribs. So as I look down, my pelvis, think about the pubic bone. So the pelvis is going to move away from your sternum bone, say. So it moves away, so it drops down. And then I'm going to look up, and my ribs are going to drop down, and it's all going to come together. So pubic bone comes towards the sternum bone. Ziggy, you're not helping. And then it moves away. So it's all, you're doing it all at the same time, but if I just sort of focus on the pelvis to the ribs point first. So we're trying to drop the ribs into the mat and the sternum down, and then draw the pelvis towards the sternum bone. So it sort of comes in. And then we're going to open that out again. And now we're doing that with the lifting of the chin. And then let the pelvis move away from you. Let your chin come down, and as your chin comes down, your ribs will lift. Or your chest will come up. So it's like a cog. Nice. So we're going to practice those lying on the ground, and then we're going to practice them standing up against a wall. Have fun. Talk to you soon.